Combat Federation is truly the world's #1 global mixed martial arts. Stage is set, the bright lights are on, and this is Brave Combat Federation.
Are you watching closely? What captures your eyes? What elevates your minds? Can you feel it? The spirit of roaring warriors echoes through the arena.
This sport is not easy. It's very difficult.
The takedowns. The submissions. The knockouts. Gods and inner demons dance together, all for greatness. A sport that is the ultimate pursuit of mental and physical prowess. It is the tears in victories and the pain in losses that lead us to the edge of our emotions. A heroic transcendence. The grasp of this immersive experience exceeds all nerves. A captivating story that resembles a vision. To celebrate the true spirit of sport in its full glory. A heart that is of fighters, coaches, spectators, organizers, sponsors, partners. A sport that is the embodiment of your true self. This is Brave Combat Federation, and you are watching Brave CF TV.
Friday, October 28th, Brave CF returns for an epic night of fights as the fastest growing promotion in MMA closes out the latest Combat Kingdom series in epic style. At Brave CF 65, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji, gets back to action as he takes on Colombian MMA icon Eduardo Mora in the main event. Also set for fight night is the much anticipated return of Jose Shorty Torres, as the #5 flyweight in the world goes up in weight to welcome Arab superstar Izzeddine Derbani. Tune in to witness the best athletes from around the world in epic battles and electrifying action. Brave CF 65, live from the Khalifa Sports City Arena in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
My name is Hamza Kooheji. I'm 23 years old. I was born and raised in Bahrain. I started looking for something that I love to do, and since I'm 19 years old, I started going to an MMA gym, and I found out that I like to fight. I enjoy fighting from a long time, so I wanted to take fighting as my career. When I started fighting, everyone in Bahrain was not supporting the idea of fighting because there was no professional fighter before that. So I really didn't have any supporters, only my ex-coach, Mohamed. And then when I started fighting, a lot of fighters started coming into the gym, and my friends started supporting me, my family started supporting me. So now everyone is supporting my professional career and really helping me to do what I'm doing. Before getting the support from Sheikh Khalid, the training was really hard, it was tough. we really didn't have coaches. When we get injured, we used to stop a lot. We couldn't make living out of from fighting. So being only a fighter was really hard in Bahrain. And I risked everything. I stopped my education, everything. I sacrificed everything in my life just to become a fighter. So after my second professional fight, when Sheikh Khalid called me and offered to sponsor me and to help me and open the team, it's really helped me. And now that I'm having new coaches and all the science, everything developed, I'm getting like much better fighter than who I was before. Fighting for Bahrain and Bahrain is very nice thing. Like the best moment in my life is when I won my second fight in Bahrain. It's better than all the other fights. It's because between your hometown and your friends, your family, everyone is there, everyone is supporting you 100%. And fighting for an organization that's really big and it's happening in Bahrain, that would be a really nice thing that I can do again. My name is Hamza Kooheji and I am brave.
Friday, October 28th, Brave CF returns for an epic night of fights as the fastest growing promotion in MMA closes out the latest Combat Kingdom series in epic style. At Brave CF 65, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji, gets back to action as he takes on Colombian MMA icon Eduardo Mora in the main event. Also set for fight night is the much anticipated return of Jose Shorty Torres, as the number 5 flyweight in the world goes up in weight to welcome Arab superstar Izzeddine Derbani. Tune in to witness the best athletes from around the world in epic battles and electrifying action. Brave CF 65, live from the Khalifa Sports City Arena in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight this will be. Let's welcome our first warrior to the cage. From Mumbai, India, please welcome Mohamed Farhad. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the cage, from Maalem, Bahrain, the fighting pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji.
pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji. And we're going to have a split audience here.
Yeah, we do.
Right?
We really do. A lot of Indians here in Bahrain.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't expect that.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. 2 years younger is Koheji, but the height and the reach goes to Farhad, Bahrain, India. Let's go to Carlos Kramer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 2 losses. He stands 175.26 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61 kilograms. Fighting out of Mumbai, India, representing Team Relentless. Give it up for Mohamed Farhad. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and 1 loss. He stands 170.18 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.7 kilograms. Fighting out of Maalem, Bahrain, and representing KHK MMA. Put your hands together for the fighting pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji. Your referee is Axel B.
Whoa! If that doesn't get you excited,
That
the
is
homie Carlos Kramer giving the fans what they need.
He's got some pipes on him.
Yes, he does.
Listen to this crowd, guys. This is going to be a fun one.
Hamza Koheji in the black with the red trim. In the orange and the black and the gray is Mohamed Farhad. He doesn't seem like he's phased. Very stoic look.
Look at Farhad and look out for his left hook and those looping right hands. And he's really good at those high kicks as well, so he's a striker fighter.
Farhad keeping his hands low, but sometimes those punches are hard to see where they're coming from. Different angles. Not used to that.
Good kick, good kick. He's Hamza Koheji also went to train in the States, did some time out there with Dwayne Ludwig. You can tell that little bit of footwork there, kind of sneaky left kick.
That bang Muay Thai. You can see winding up that right hand is Mohamed Farhad. Like I said, man, it just doesn't seem like he's phased at all by the crowd.
Good right hand.
Watch
There's
out.
that hook. Hamza's gonna he's trying a little bit of recovery here. Probably gonna try to attempt that takedown, the Dagestani single.
He's got to set it up, get inside.
Might have hurt his pride a little bit there. Made another slapping high kick from Farhad, but Farhad is standing his ground, doing really good.
You can only imagine how closely Sheikh Khalid and Shahid are watching this fight, but this is their guy, man. You know,
my heart's racing right now.
Yeah, and yours as well.
He's a little bit slow on that overhand right. You know, just trying to set that up. He's really telegraphing it.
Yeah, he's throwing some feints in there. He's just not throwing off the feints.
That's right.
There you go. He's trying to get behind that jab a little bit. Farhad doing a good job of every time Hamza comes initiated, he kind of takes a little hop step back.
Nice
gets
right
out of
hand.
range.
Farhad stepping in there, landing the right hand.
Work.
Oh, nice side kick.
And I'll say this, though, as much as Brave is rooted in Bahrain, they have a great relationship with India as well. I mean, I'd say right underneath Bahrain is India.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mohamed Shahid.
Oh, here comes. Hands locked, over to bring him over to the corner. A little Matt Hughes in him. Oh, I'll tell you, Farhad got his leg down a little bit, otherwise that was going to go a bigger slam.
I got to roll with Hamza about 5 months ago, and man, he was pretty good on the ground. It was a huge improvement from maybe 2 years ago.
Well, you just think about the sessions that he's had with Eldar Eldarov and going up into Russia and Dagestan, man. And if you take anything away from that, you're going to be a monster.
There's that
body lock. He's got to work up though here. There you go. Now he's working up. Farhad trying to push off, get his hips free. Hamza doing a good job of keeping that pressure on him. Got the body lock here.
Hamza Koheji holding on to everything that he has, like a vice grip on Farhad, up against the fence right in front of us.
It's really good tactic here, trying to hold down the pressure, kind of avoiding the striking ability of Farhad right now, getting back into the rhythm, kind of resetting the momentum.
Trying to get that double, has his hands locked.
And he's trying to pull Farhad away from the cage.
Farhad doing a good job with cross facing the wizard. Trying to grab that fence.
Everybody gets one.
Veteran move, man. Just give it a little grab.
I'd like to see Hamza put his face right down in the middle of his body to be able to kind of take that face away from Farhad.
Here we go.
What I like to do is use the fence has a little give. You got to use a little bounce. Use that bounce and time it out and try to drag him off that fence there.
Nice move. Getting the double underhook. Mohamed Farhad, and he is out of trouble.
Wow.
Has to be frustrating for Koheji.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't going to be easy, and he knew that.
Still, though, you know, when you have those grappling exchanges, those clinch exchanges, it slows guys down. Guys that are comfortable striking, they don't like clinching so much.
Still a lot of bounce to his step and great movement here from Farhad, though.
Might have taken off a little bit of juice. You're right, Frankie. Off of Farhad.
He's not as relaxed as he was with his hands down. Oh, there it goes.
Get that right hand going.
Shaking him off.
I think Hamza needs to try to push here. He's got a sense that he's, slowing him down a bit. Try to get more grappling exchanges.
Setting it up, unable to connect. Throws 3, lands 0. Going right down the middle is Farhad, and it's probably going to be that takedown and the damage from Koheji.
He's got to stop
him
going.
this round.
He's got to stop moving straight back. Get some more angles on those punches.
Good round, filling each other out. Obviously, that slam was something special from Koheji. Didn't quite get all of it. That being said, nice recovery from Farhad as well. Pretty even round, but I think Koheji probably gets it on damage.
I think the slam and the control is the most significant thing that happened in that round. I'd give it to Hamza.
Take a look at the replay. Hamza stepping through and missing that time. Great elusiveness by Farhad and great.
Frankie, what would you be telling Farhad's corner at this moment?
I would say, let's come on, keep him at the end of your punches. Use your length, move your feet. When he was moving his feet, he's doing well. And stay away from the fence. We call it like, we say fire. When you hear fire, it means get your back to the center.
Gotcha, awesome.
In the corner right there, KHK MMA, Hamza Koheji. Eldar off, a fantastic fighter in his own right. This team is, started from the bottom and they continue to get better. They put some amazing names under the banner. Guys like Frankie Edgar and Shorty Torres. Get the guy that started it all, Hamza Koheji, man.
He's got a huge test right in front of him. Farhad is still right in front of him.
No doubt about it. It's a big round 2 here, guys. Who's going to set the tone? Is Koheji going to be able to fight through those punches once again? Round 2 begins. Farhad's going to have to be more aggressive, but at the same time, some lateral movement.
Ooh, that's very dangerous.
A little low, no?
Yeah.
That's what happens a lot when you have a southpaw versus a righty. The inside kick kind of ends up there. Look down, went high.
Hamza's got to be careful with that inside leg kick, man. He's doing that without throwing any hands first. And Farhad's got that looping overhand.
Looks like Koheji has a shot in his mind here.
Nice check by Hamza, yeah. Hey. Ooh, rocked him with that left. Kind of knocked him off balance. I don't know if he really rocked him there, but it was pretty significant.
Yeah, Farhad steps
Look
right
good
back
for the
in
judges.
there. It was a significant strike, for sure, guys. We're folks who are watching Brave Combat Federation 9 in over 80 countries by millions of folks. Big thanks to our partners in Vietnam, MyTV. And in the Philippines, ABS Sports and Action and Solar Sports TV.
Great timing on that right hand.
Well done, guys.
Jinx.
That's a typical Frankie move right there. Boom. Excellent timing on that takedown.
Just didn't drive through. They were finishing. I got to give Farhad good credit. He was able to get his hips back.
So a lot of time left here in round number 2. Koheji seems to have some bit of control here.
I think Hamza's got to be careful putting his head down before he throws his punches.
A lot of pressure on the back of Hamza Koheji. Man, the fans are losing their mind.
Oh, nice right. Yes. Left hand.
Great left from the southpaw. And good, I like to see this. He's keeping that head up high, the hand up high, his left hand.
Farhad stepping through.
So I don't get why tall guys hunch over sometimes. You know, it's kind of like they're taking their length away. I don't understand that sometimes.
I think it's just his awkward movement, Frankie.
That's true. I think too, his feet aren't moving as well, so he's staying a little hunched over.
Oh yeah.
Hamza's stepping in there, landing a big left hand. Farhad though, great strikes, nice sprawl. Can he get away?
Staying with it, staying with it.
From the tenacious Hamza Koheji.
This is what he drills every day.
Like a dog on a bone. Got to work up here, got to work up.
Oh, and he's got the back. He's going to try to drag him back down. How strong is the fighting pride of Bahrain?
He's got to secure something, try to get Farhad to his back. Like really complete the takedown and then be able to do some damage on top. Maybe throw a hook in here.
Yeah, he needs to do some damage here if he's going to do all this work.
Ah,
exactly. All that work for nothing.
fence grab. Let's see a little fence grab.
Hey, hey, everybody gets one, not four.
Yeah.
Farhad is in defensive mode right now as Koheji is all over him with 90 seconds left here in round number 2, grinding as he does.
Another fence grab, man. Come on, this ref's got to take control here.
Good punches. Good punches from Hamza.
Is he going to do it again? It looked like he almost grabbed hold of that fence again.
But you don't want to stop the. You don't want to stop it.
Time. All right.
See, you know what? You got to stop it to get the point. But
right.
I mean, Hamza had so much momentum there.
Yeah.
I hope they start the fight back there, back where it was.
Is that a warning? Is he going to take a point?
It's got to be a point, man.
Yeah, at this point.
Them already.
I mean, there's been at least what, probably five, six bench reps.
I was going to let him go without a point.
No, I don't know.
I think he's looking over to the head ref. The fighters should be separated right now. Just getting back to the action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a warning then. There's going to be no point deducted.
So he basically gives him a break too.
Yeah, that's not right. You warned him 3 times.
Yeah. He's doing it again. Yeah, he's going to go right to it again.
Not going to stop Koheji from grinding. Going knees into the thigh of Farhad, steadily picking him apart here, Brave Nine. Again. Oh, he's doing it again.
Holding on to that.
Where's the point?
I mean, that's just malicious. Negligence.
Negligence, yeah, he's right.
You know Mark Goddard is losing his mind over there, our head official.
There we go, he's doing it again. He can't handle the strength of Hamza Koheji. Yeah, don't want to do that. End up on the bottom.
Well, you know how you solve all this. You just finish your guy off. And it looks like that's what Hamza's trying to do.
Hamza's got 30 seconds.
Got under the chin.
He's just squeezing the neck, going for a neck crank.
How much does Farhad have left?
I don't think he has him completely under the chin. He's got to take his opposite hand.
Got to switch.
Tight.
Yes.
He's trying to just pop his hand right off.
He's deep. He's in deep.
Final seconds.
Is he going to be able to do it?
I don't think he's going to do it, guys.
He's tight. He's tight. He's under the neck.
He's able to grab that top hand.
Farhad survives.
Ay, caramba.
Hamza really coming on in that round, you know, able to dictate what he wanted to do, get Farhad to the ground. Once he got those hooks in, man, you almost see the finish.
Yeah, he almost had it. He almost had it.
Yeah, literally just seconds away after he got underneath that chin. Hamza Koheji, the confidence is running high right now. The momentum is good. I'll be very surprised if this gets out of the 3rd round.
I mean, the only thing I gotta say is with Farhad, he wasn't really overworked. I feel he was just held. But Hamza put in a lot of effort to get into those positions. So we'll see how much effect that takes on both of these fighters. There's a good right hand.
To the replay, yeah, beautiful. round as Hamza Koheji is dominant, unable to get the finish, but he may be on his way. We'll see if Farhad can fight back. Wow. Third and final round, guys. Farhad, does he have enough to pull something off right now? Left, and Koheji at the same point has been going hard, grueling pace, trying to take out his opponent. So how much does he have left? We'll find out who wants it more in the third round.
Well, his spirits are high for Hamza. He's feeling the momentum. He's feeling more comfortable in there, exchanging with him.
He is. He's got to make sure he doesn't run into anything.
Yeah, especially throwing that low left kick like that.
Nice one high with it.
That was a good one. Great.
He should be looking to just put him against the fence, drag him to the mat, and put him away.
Oh, and a huge head kick to the side of the head of Mohamed Farhad.
Starting to see a little bit of panic in the eyes of Farhad.
What an atmosphere it's been for International Combat Week in Bahrain. The IMAF Worlds, and now Brave 9.
Staggy
Gotta
signal.
move his feet. Gotta move his feet.
There it is.
Takedown.
Inside leg trip.
Push him to the fence. See if we can switch to a double here.
Taking huge elbows.
Down goes Farhad.
Right into
mount.
Good job, Hamza. Nice.
Keep his head to the center. Try not to let
easy
Farhad
team,
fall
Hamza.
to
Easy.
I'm trying to stay neutral out here, but man,
it's tough when you got a horse in the race.
It is. It is tough. It is super tough.
Got the hook in.
One hook in for Koheji.
It kind of lets that hook go.
A knee to the knee. Those never feel good as Hamza Koheji continues.
Farhad is defending on those hands really good. It's just he just needs to kind of explode and put that right hand over his shoulder, get that whizzer back, and start working from there.
You know, Hamza, when he has Farhad's back, he's kind of going palm to palm with gable grip. I like to see him go 10-finger grip, kind of harder to break.
There, it's got both those hands underneath, trying to get that body lock. And Hamza's just constant pressure on the base of Farhad.
Oh, he's trying to go anaconda there.
Oh, looks pretty good.
Kind of
has logging
it. He has it. He has it.
Oh no, that could be trouble for Koheji.
It's a tough one to finish, but
yeah, I don't know if he has it too deep.
Now it's starting to get dirty.
Oh, watch out, folks!
Wow, that is deep. That is deep.
Nope. He's got the guillotine.
Switching it to guillotine.
He's got to get his butt in the air if he wants to defend this.
He is yanking back on the neck of Koheji. Can he survive? Hamza! That forearm on the carotid artery.
I think Farhad just doesn't have it.
Nope.
Wow, great survival.
Tell you what, that was pretty slick of him to go for that, though. Using that length to get to that anaconda, then to that guillotine.
Now you're on the bottom with the pride of Bahrain raining down shots.
Big elbow from Hamza on top. I think if he strings something nice here, he can maybe get the finish.
Farhad needs to open up that guard and start working and get up, because this is not where he wants to be right now.
Easier said than done. So.
Well, he's got his legs locked in, so it looks like he wants to stay there, but he's not attacking. So he needs to open that guard up and start working his way up against the fence, doing some cage walks.
Yeah, I mean, he's down pretty big on the scorecards now. He's got to make something happen.
He's got to feel desperate.
Looks like he's trying to creep those legs up. He's trying to creep that leg out the back. Easier said than done. On the very stout, the wide shoulders of Hamza Koheji.
He must be, Farhad must be tired or something, but oh, there you go. He might be, looks like he's attacking for a triangle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Big shot from Hamza.
Koheji doesn't want to make a mistake right now with under a minute left. Here comes the strikes.
He's postured up, raining down. Farhad's not doing anything to control his posture. It's going to not stop Hamza from throwing these punches here. You know, when you're on bottom in MMA, when punches are coming, you either want to be really in or really out, not in between.
An armbar attempt.
Wow, he's not out of it. He is not.
Yeah, he is gripping it really tight.
If he can break that hold. Hamza
doing a good job putting his head in there.
Hamza better jump over those feet.
Farhad doing a great job of attacking. Final moments. Time ticking out.
Short time
You better
here.
pull it out.
Oh, it's tight. It's tight.
Koheji survives.
Koheji does it. Good job.
Wow,
Gotta
Hamza Koheji getting it done.
Got to give Farhad credit, staying there to the end, almost looking for that submission. That's what he had to do.
No, yeah, definitely love that.
Almost had it.
What a performance there by Hamza Koheji. Mohamed Farhad did his best to hang in there, but it was just most likely not going to be enough as we go to the scorecard.
We'll see what the judges see. We don't know.
Brave night, the Kingdom of Champions, being seen all over the world. In over 80 countries. Millions of fans watching at home. An absolutely packed Khalifa Sports City, and they were electric in that fight. From the time those guys walked down the ramp to the time the fight ended, they never stopped cheering. You gotta love that sort of, that fandom that we're getting here in Bahrain is pretty awesome. No doubt we're most likely gonna have a very, very happy Sheikh Khaled in the house when they read that decision. It looks like Carlos Kramer has a decision, folks. We're about to get to it. We're about to go to the cage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these two warriors. What an incredible fight. We go to the judges' scorecards. All three judges score the bout 30-27 for your winner, the Fighting Pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji. What sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about.
All right, I'm here with Hamza Koheji. Once again, we are in Bahrain. You're victorious. How are you feeling right now, Hamza? Go ahead.
First, I want to say Alhamdulillah for God giving me this power and heart. Thank them. We are KHK MMA. Sheikh Khaled taking good care of us. We become better every day. And you'll see how Bahrainis will take over MMA.
So talk to me about the fight. Obviously, a very capable opponent. That was a beautiful slam. It seemed like the wrestling that you've been learning, making your trips up to Russia, going everywhere, it seems like it really paid off in this fight.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah again. I didn't have the best prep. I had some injuries in this camp. But we are Arab. This is not our sport. We like to fight. We all fight since we are young. Since the beginning of history, we always fight. So I never take back fights.
Well, Hamza, I got to ask you, I mean, that's 3 fights in a row. That's 3 big wins. What is next for you? I mean, are you looking at a title shot? Is that what you want? Do you want that brave gold around your waist? A new bantamweight champion at the end of the night. I got to believe your eyes are on the title.
Of course, every fighter who fights wants that title. So if Brave want to give me a shot, give me a shot, I'm ready. If they want to give me another opponent, let them give me another opponent, I'm always ready.
Well, Hamza, it was an incredible performance. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the fighting pride of Bahrain, Hamza Koheji. Final words.
بحرين والله أشكر كل واحد ساعدني من قلبي. كل واحد فيكم أشكره. اللي ساعدوني قبل الفايت وفي الفايت يو، واللي ما قدروا يحضرون قاعد يشوفوني في الانترنت أو بيوتهم أو في الشغل، واللي عقب الفايت بيوقفون وياي. عشان تبون شيء أنا أوقف وياكم بعد. مشكورين.
Hamza Koheji.
Friday, October 28th, Brave CF returns for an epic night of fights as the fastest growing promotion in MMA closes out the latest Combat Kingdom series in epic style. At Brave CF 65, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji, gets back to action as he takes on Colombian MMA icon Eduardo Mora in the main event. Also set for fight night is the much anticipated return of Jose Shorty Torres, as the number 5 flyweight in the world goes up in weight to welcome Arab superstar Izzeddine Derbani. Tune in to witness the best athletes from around the world in epic battles and electrifying action. Brave CF 65, live from the Khalifa Sports City Arena in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
It's in my veins that I feel it. Look in my eyes, there's no way to conceal it. Nothing is written, bait, you can't seal it. Truth where I'm living, that place to reveal it. Pressure is pumping, it's coming, it's bubbling. Feel the earth shaking, the stomp of 100 men. No one's recovering, no one's recovering. Bring the percussion in. Heart beating fast, hard to breathe, gasp. Living in shadows, that part of me dark. Obstacles, they try and plant disregard. Cause nothing can stop my advance on this path. You catching that contact, prepare for that combat. The end is where it begins. That everything in that game that you win back. Brace for the impact. Brace for the impact. You catching that contact. Brace for the impact.
a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police.
You're home, boy, from the kingdom of Bahrain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a headline fight of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Before we begin, let me ask you, the Kingdom of Bahrain, Hal Entum Musta'adin. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 13 wins and 3 losses. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs already 60.9 kilograms. Representing ATP Performance Training and fighting out of La Plata, Argentina. Give it up for Nahul El Roble Gandolfi. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 2 losses. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs already 61.6 kilograms. Representing KHK MMA and fighting out of the magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain. Give it up for the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Koheji. For fighter instructions, referee Alan Jackson.
Hamza Koheji is in the black and red Brave shorts, and Gandolfi is in the green and black. And Gandolfi, although he got booed and the cheers, he seemed to be soaking in the energy of the crowd, harnessing that.
Well, we've already seen with Dumar that he has the potential to come in here and be a massive spoiler.
Heavy body kick straight away by Gandolfi, and
Gandolfi clinching.
Nice knee, some inside clinch work here. The Muay Thai shorts would indicate he's happy to be there.
Kicks to the body.
Nice left hand by Hamza.
Coming out of that southpaw stance. Oh, beautiful head kick. He caught him.
He's watching.
He could be out.
Big knees by Hamza, right in front of his corner, changes level, gets the takedown. And Gandolfi.
This could be the best thing for Gandolfi, to get a little
recover.
bit of time to recover, get his wits about him.
I'm surprised with the takedown, Kirk. I'm not going to lie. Did that surprise you that Hamza initiated the takedown?
It did, and it looks like Nahum may have learned how to do a rubber guard in his backyard.
Just covering up to them shots. Hamza landing some good shots from top position.
Beautiful dexterity from Gandolfi. Playing a little bit of rubber guard. Hamza trying to transition and pass, but Gandolfi stands at the gates and says, "Thou shalt not pass."
How long have you been waiting to say that, Phil
All
Campbell?
night, no O'Keefe.
The crowd getting behind their hometown fighter, but
I'd like to see Hamza Kooheji stand up and back out of here.
I was surprised by that. Koheji, I can't believe he got the takedown. It looked like he basically had Gandolfi nearly out of there with the shots landed, initiated the takedown, and as you said, this has allowed him to recover. It all started with a beautiful head kick. But Gandolfi looks to have his wits about him, trying to make life uncomfortable as Hamza. Good hammer fist there.
He has that collar grip. He's playing a little bit of rubber guard. The only danger with rubber guard is it leaves you completely exposed on one side. All your opponent needs to do is push down the leg and pass. However, it does open itself up to a myriad of submissions. You can go a one-arm triangle. You can switch to an omoplata.
There's a go-go plata this week in the IMAFs.
Exactly.
Let's see a go-go plata. But Gandolfi definitely got his bearings back, foot on the hip, just trying to push Hamza away. I wonder at this point now, is he saying, why did I take him down? I should have maybe stayed standing, but
I have huge respect for every fighter that wants to dominate his opponent in all ranges, in wrestling, in submissions, in striking, but it's not always the right thing to do in a fight.
Looking for an arm here, potentially.
Koheji needs to keep the hips square here. You can see Gandolfi trying to work that angle, trying to slip that leg over the head of Hamza Koheji. You can see him working for it. Oh, cheeky toes in the cage.
Experience, not cheeky. Driving the forehead into the jawline. Gandolfi.
Referee calls for a little bit more action.
And I think this is where Gandolfi's going to be more comfortable after that opening exchange. I think he's going to want to stay here. You can see him working that high guard.
And referee just warning for toes in the fence.
For those of you in Brave Nation not aware of all the nuances of the unified rules of mixed martial arts, you cannot hold onto the fence with your fingers or with your toes.
The referee calling for a little bit more action, but I'm enjoying the tactical battle we're seeing here on the ground.
There's looking for that arm as well, switching again.
Potential triangle here if he can pop that arm through. Good work by Hamza Koheji, but
there's
potential for an armbar here. Hamza Koheji doing the right thing by stacking down, immobilizing the hips of Gandolfi, stopping him from really popping and hipping into that.
Gandolfi loses position now, potentially because of them hammer fists raining down.
Nice posture from Hamza Koheji on the toes, sitting back on the heels. Needs to be careful putting his hand on the mat there. He's inviting a Kimura.
I don't know if he's shown that he's not going to just lie here and let you grind out the round. He's going to...
Very dangerous off his back, throwing things up, keeping Hamza Koheji honest on the ground.
Right in front of the corner. There's Hamza, all giving advice.
Real technical battle we're seeing on the ground here.
The dexterity as well of Gandolfi. He looks like he's made of elastic bands, the way he can just switch the hips and throw the legs over.
Hamza Koheji is trying to land strikes to keep Gandolfi honest here.
10-second clapper, bringing an end to the first round. Looking for that Mora grip that you called for a moment ago, Phil. Landing some elbows from the bottom, real unorthodox elbows. But I think without being unkind, I think that's how you would explain Mahul Gandolfi is unorthodox and awkward.
Meaning that as a compliment, of course. You know, from talking to him, he's enjoyed fight week. He's come in here, half boiler, and he's bound to be somewhat buoyed by what he's seen there. He's bound to be buoyed by how well he did off his back.
Be interesting to see if at the beginning of the second round he goes for a takedown, and we get to see El Robles grappling game from top. Because on bottom, it was very impressive.
I wonder will the corner of Hamza be saying, there's the head kick to start, and you can clearly see when Gandolfi was in trouble. A referee was looking close, just off target with that knee.
Beautiful striking.
The change of levels here really surprised me. But Kerrick, as you said, you know, he might want to just dominate his opponent everywhere, and that could be it. But I wonder, will the corner, okay, he's telling him if you get him in trouble like that,
finish him. Yeah, lay on the strikes, lay on the pressure. I think, as we often talk about it, the fighters revert to type when they're inside the cage. They go to what they know naturally. For Hamza Kooheji, that's his wrestling, that's his dominant ground and positional control.
Again, after being hurt early in the opening round, he got to recover and got the strength with submission. So, in some ways, Gandolfi's going back to his corner, probably with a little bit of confidence, knowing he can hang with him on the mat.
Hamza Koheji just waiting for his gum shield. There we go, well caught by the referee.
Excellent hands. Must have been a wicket keeper back in the day. Good hands by a referee. Round two underway. Gandolfi looking to open up with that body kick again. Just needs to keep his hands up. His hands are a little loose in defense. And he is now the one who engages in that clinch.
Both in that over-under position. You can see Hamza has wrist control at the minute, digging in for an underhook. Perhaps an arm drag to get himself out of this position.
That's the game we'd like to see the Pride of Bahrain play.
Watch out for that high kick from Hamza again. He had great success. Nice counter left hand after catching the kick.
Again, going with that left head kick.
Again, his shot seems to wobble Gandolfi again there.
I thought potentially we could have seen a flying knee there, but Gandolfi just
keeps bowing his head downfield in a very unorthodox way.
He's looking away from the strikes, leaving himself somewhat exposed. Now he has the head underneath the chin. If he were to score a takedown now, it could be interesting. Has that body lock on Hamza Koheji.
10 submissions, of course, Gandolfi, so he's probably happy to get it to the mat.
May try that broomstick shelf takedown.
Hamza Koheji take the back, and he does.
What dexterity, just to sneak that hook in from there.
Dal Sim like street fighter.
It's like fighting an octopus out there.
Gonna slide off the top
but
here.
Could transition to the armbar straight away.
Hamza gets out of there. The arm was in danger, but just like Taylor Swift, he shook it off. Hamza lands a good left hand in that combination in ground and pound. But again, Gandolfi, although in the eyes of the judges he's in the worst position here and probably losing the round, in some ways he'd be happy here, Phil.
What I like is his level of activity off his back. He's not just stalling. He's not just trying to invoke the stand-up from the referee. He's trying to create angles. He's putting the foot on the hip, as we see. He's using the high guard. He's playing around rubber guard.
And he's threatening.
The elbow's just past the point of the fulcrum of the groin there. May try and sneak for
reverse triangle.
Yeah. Everything's unorthodox, but it's working for him. He's 13-3. This unorthodox method is you can't train for somebody who's so loose and you don't know what they're going to do next. It's not technically sound, you could say.
He has the arm of Gandolfi trapped. May look to posture, but again, he looks like he's searching for that reverse triangle. If he can just break the posture a little of Hamza Koheji.
And that right arm, the elbow seems to be past the point of extension from that elbow, so the arm is not a threat here, but you nailed it. It's like an octopus here. Hamza now puts him in a very awkward position, trapping that right leg down. stretching the hamstrings.
Just past the shin. Oh, that's an incredibly painful position, just that shin slice across the thigh. But again, the dexterity of Gandolfi, or Gandolfi rather, sorry.
Uses that knee shield now. Shots raining down on top from Hamza Koheji. But again, rolling is Gandolfi. Looking for that armbar again, potentially. Where is the arm of Hamza?
He again is trying to... Good awareness and posturing from Hamza Kooheji. He sees the threat, he's not freaking out, because oftentimes when a fighter feels that and tries to pull out of it quickly, that's what locks a submission in. So he's just taking his time, he's being methodical. Transitions into full side control now, landing elbows. They are huge elbows from Hamza Kooheji. Switches the scarf.
These are punishing shots coming down on top, looking to hit.
Potential crucifix here.
Hamza may be looking to take mount. If he does, expect big shots.
But Gandolfi doing the right thing, trying to get that knee shield in. And again, just slowly, almost sneakily, worms his way back into that half guard or guard position. Takes the body triangle from the bottom.
Big hammer fist from Hamza on top, and again, looking to throw the legs up.
I think he's just going to pass here. Again, huge strikes from Hamza.
Finishing off the round with heavy, heavy rain on top. Knee on belly, that's the horn for the end of the second round. And a big, big second round for Hamza Koheji, and Bahrain reacts to the pride of Bahrain. Someone's on the feet, sorry Phil, someone's on the feet. I'm just looking at Gandolfi. The way he was sort of, almost as you said, he was turning away from strikes, which is one thing you're told never to do. And he bowed his head a lot down to the side here, and that head kick is there. Again, as we've seen in the opening round, there is a head kick there.
Hamza Kooheji has a brilliant corner. I believe that they're telling him, stay standing with this fighter. Don't go down to the ground with him. You don't need to. There's far less danger to him from standing than there is on the mat.
Not quite on camera here, but you have got to admire the towel work of
outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Some of the best I've ever seen.
Oh my God, that is some serious towel work. If I operated the towel the way Eldorov did there, I'd throw me back out.
I was genuinely being cooled by the towel from Eldar Eldorov. Fantastic work, sir. Thank you.
Serious work. Head coach, of course, of KHK MMA team. And he's giving out lessons in towel work for cornermen. Excellent work. Back to the fight though, Gandolfi, potentially 2 rounds in the hole here. So Hamza Koheji, be interesting to see, Kirik, if that tactic is employed of staying on the feet. Just drops that right hand as he's coming forward, Gandolfi, and just fearing for that counter. You can almost preempt it coming. Here's the kick. Eye poke. Referee just asked him, is he okay? And Hamza says, yes, I'm fine. There was a poke.
Hamza just shakes it off. Here we have beautiful trip takedown. Inside trip from Hamza Kooheji. But again, the octopus.
But beautiful into crucifix position, but
could sneak out the back.
Heavy shots coming out from this crucifix position.
Referee watching this one carefully.
Has that arm trapped, forcing Gandolfi to buck the hips, which again, if he doesn't get out of position, is going to make him more tired.
He's trying his best to get out of there, but caught in his crucifix position. Heavy shots, and sometimes this gives the referee a decision just because the fighter can't get out from the bottom, Phil. He's trying everything he has as Gandolfi.
It's not intelligent defense. They may not necessarily be concussive shots, but he's not intelligently defending himself while in this position, which could lead to a TKO stoppage from the referee.
Nasty shots, and all of a sudden the bucking has stopped, and heavy shots coming down. Accurate shots, and you can see Gandolfi trying to turn away. To his credit, is trying to do everything he can.
Roy Nelson used to get in this position and count.
Big cut under the left eye, Phil.
Is indeed. Roy Nelson used to get in this position and count the number of strikes he was throwing aloud to prompt the referee to stop it.
These are big punishing shots.
Referee,
That's
it, it's over!
Stop. Hamza Koheji gets the finish, which is only the 4th of his career and probably in the biggest fight of his career in front of the Kingdom of Bahrain. The pride of Bahrain is victorious. Big performance by Hamza Kooheji, and as I said, like, a lot of pressure was heaped on his shoulders coming into this one. The responsibility carries a great weight, but he used that to put on a huge performance against a very unorthodox opponent and a very game opponent. So a big win for Hamza in front of his home fans, and again, as I said, that's only his 4th stoppage, so one, I suppose, the contradiction or the point people will point to is he's not a finisher. Big finisher like this.
As we say, once you get into that position and you completely immobilize your opponent, you leave the referee very little option. He had opened up a cut, he was landing strikes. There we see no argument from Gandolfi. He put up a very brave effort in his Brave Combat Federation debut against a vastly more experienced hometown hero.
And of course, he got bumped up to the main event, so you want pressure, you want more pressure, main event. Obviously, the circumstances around the fight cancellation of Jose Shorty Torres and Marcelo Dur, hopefully we get to see that one further down the line, and we wish Jose all the best. Take some time away, champ, and
you can see just what it means to Hamza Kooheji and just what it means to the people here.
let's send it up and let's make it official. The roaring line, Carlos Kramer.
Ladies and gentlemen, another amazing bout. This one comes to an end at 1 minute and 44 seconds of round 3. Your winner by TKO due to strikes, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Koheji!
At Brave 1, there was Hamza Kooheji. At Brave 2, Hamza Kooheji. At Brave 29, ladies and gentlemen, your hero!
First of all, I want to say, Alhamdulillah, for everything God gave me. And Alhamdulillah for giving Sheikh Khalid in my life. Sheikh Khalid and Sheikh Nasser, they changed all athletes' life in this country, and he changed my life. This year, in May, me and my brother, we lost a dear friend, my boxing coach. My boxing coach always told me that I have good striking, I should only believe in myself. Today, I threw my punches, and I knew I can fight striking or grappling, anything. And I want to thank my team, the best team in the world, KHK. بحرين أمس قاعد أقول حق كل من هاي اليوم أهم يوم في حياتي، لازم أروح أطلع كل شيء عندي، وبدونكم هاليوم كان بيكون يوم ثاني بس ألعب فيه فايت. أقدر كل واحد يهني، شيخ ناصر مشكور، كل واحد كلكم اللي جيتوا مشكورين، وإن شاء الله البحرين مو بس في الMMA، في كل شيء أقوى شيء.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hamza Kooheji!
Friday, Friday, October 28th, Brave CF returns for an epic night of fights as the fastest growing promotion in MMA closes out the latest Combat Kingdom series in epic style. At Brave CF 65, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji, gets back to action as he takes on Colombian MMA icon Eduardo Mora in the main event. Also set for fight night is the much anticipated return of Jose Shorty Torres, as the number 5 flyweight in the world goes up in weight to welcome Arab superstar Izzeddine Derbani. Tune in to witness the best athletes from around the world in epic battles and electrifying action. Brave CF 65, live from the Khalifa Sports City Arena in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
Training out of the world-famous KHK gym under legendary coaches Eldar Eldarov and Yusuf Kooheji, Hamza, the pride of Bahrain Kooheji, is undoubtedly one of the brightest stars in the Arab MMA world today.
Hamza Kooheji, KHK MMA from Bahrain. My preparation was good. Even though the pandemic happened, I never stopped training. I did a quarantine in the gym, me and few guys, and we just kept on training. We never took a day off.
Now he faces ferocious Welshman Aiden James in front of a hometown crowd in Combat Kingdom.
He's a good opponent, he's technical, his striking is not bad, and his ground game is good.
Currently boasting an impressive 9-2 record and riding a 3-fight winning streak, Kooheji is high on confidence, primed and ready to take on the sternest test of his MMA career when he faces off against proven finisher and highly regarded prospect Aiden James.
Aiden James fighting out of the Chris Reese Academy in Swansea, Wales. I feel like it's a good fight, do you know what I mean? Hamza's got a good record, he's on a good win streak, he's, you know what I mean? He's tough, he's durable, he's got good wrestling, good grappling, probably working on his striking a lot, just as we all are working on something and getting better. Like, for me, it's just an opponent, I mean, it's a fight, it's an opportunity. I don't really always just get too fixated. At the end of the day, I'm going to go in and do me, do you know what I mean? I'm going to let my instincts take over, and that's what's going to be.
Hamza Kooheji and Aiden James are both complete mixed martial artists.
Kooheji will have to implement intelligent movement, counter-striking and wrestling to shut down the dangerous offense of Welshman Aiden James. Making his Brave Combat Federation debut all the way back at Brave 1 in September of 2016, we have seen Hamza Kooheji evolve from a young prospect to a bona fide contender. An impressive win for the pride of Bahrain could very well place him front and center for a shot at the Brave Bantamweight Championship of the world. Can Kooheji take the next step in his MMA career and show the world what the people of Bahrain already know, that he is the real deal and will stop at nothing to realize his dream of becoming the first ever Bahraini mixed martial arts world champion?
Aiden James will never be a journeyman. He's too great. But this is the biggest fight of his career.
I don't make predictions of fights, I just let my instincts take over. Whatever's going to come is going to come, do you know what I mean? I'm just going to turn up, I put in the work, I feel, do you know what I mean, work as hard as I possibly can for this fight, so when the opportunity presents itself, I will take it.
Hey Aiden, I hope you're ready. Let's fight.
Brave Nation, before we move on at Brave Combat Federation 42, we'd like to thank Dalla, our marketing partners, and the Be Ready Volunteers team, who are ensuring the safety of everyone involved in Combat Kingdom. Let's bring our next two warriors into the Brave Cage. Our first warrior, hiding out of the blue corner from Chris Reese Academy in Wales, give it up for Aiden James.
Aiden James fighting out of Chris Reese Academy, Swansea, Wales. Not a lot of people are saying enough about Aiden James in this fight for me. The proud Welshman, the Welsh Wizard, has a professional record of 4-1, is incredibly tall for the weight class, standing at 5'11", has implemented a new strength and conditioning program, and you can see that. You know, he now looks like a 25-year-old man. He is well built, he's ready to go. Every single one of his 4 wins have been via finish. 3 by KO, 1 by submission. Speaking of submissions, this young man at 24 years old earned his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under one of the best grapplers in the world, Ashley Williams. So he really is unquestionably the real deal. He has the opportunity to go in there, upset the apple cart, and score a huge win over the local fighter.
And let's welcome his opponent. Fighting out of the red corner, from KHK MMA in the magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain, please welcome the Pride of Bahrain, Hamza Kooheji!
Carrick, you do not earn a nickname like the Pride of Bahrain by chance. You put the work in, you carry the hopes of an entire nation upon your shoulders. Hamza Kooheji will do everything he can tonight to make the people of Bahrain proud.
Phil, we are looking at the Pride of Bahrain, and although this arena is empty due to the COVID-19 global pandemic, I think that cheers from the streets are going to be so loud we'll be able to hear them through these concrete walls. This man is a hero.
Brings with him a 9-2 professional record, breaking down his wins. 2 have come by way of KO, 2 have come by way of submission, 5 have come by decision. In his last fight, he defeated Nandul Gandolfi by a 3rd round TKO at Brave 28. That was in November of 2019 in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A very intelligent counter-striker who, coming out of that southpaw stance, chains his striking and his wrestling attacks so wonderfully. And obviously training under head coach Eldar Eldarov, his all-round game is heavily influenced and infused with that gritty Dagestan grappling ethos. So riding a 3-fight win streak, making his 8th appearance inside the Brave Arena. Has also previously spent time at Fortis MMA getting different looks, and that's very important for a fighter to you have your own gym, but if you get the opportunity to train at different gyms, get different bodies, that's only going to bring your game on more, Carrick.
It's not just fight gyms he's been going to. He's gone to Dagestan, which has arguably the greatest wrestling in the world, and he worked with Dagestani wrestlers for a full 6 weeks. Said the first couple of weeks were miserable, managed to hold his own after that. Phil, Aiden James is an incredible striker with incredible reach. For this weight class, it's out of this world. He's the 1%. I think this fight is going to come down to distance management. The Pride of Bahrain has to get close enough to touch his opponent. When that happens, they're the same height. But from the outside, length matters.
Well, here we go. A huge fight in prospect, and we need a huge voice to bring it in. Carlos Kramer.
All right, Brave Nation. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in a catchweight bout of 63 kilograms. Brave Nation, introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins and 1 loss. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 62.7 kilograms. Fighting out of Chris Ree's Academy in Wales, give it up for Ada James. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 2 losses. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 63 kilograms. Fighting out of the magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain and representing KHK MMA, give it up for the Pride of Bahrain, Hamza Koheji. Your referee is Ribbon Saber.
Phil, Hamza Kooheji is one of the smartest fighters that we see in this cage. Walk us through the tail of the tape.
Both men relatively the same age. The distinct height advantage goes to Izzeddine James. Will he be able to implement that length, keep Hamza Kooheji at the end of his punches, or can the wrestling heavy phenom style of Kooheji win the day?
All right, Hamza Kooheji, as I said, one of the most intelligent fighters that you'll see in a cage anywhere. Watch him in the first round, watch him in the second round. Sometimes he looks like a totally different fighter, employing totally different strategies. Very intelligently, he's trying to feel his opponent out, using footwork, trying to draw in an attack from Izzeddine James. He doesn't want to open with the attacks. He wants Izzeddine to attack him and start to get some reads. If he can get some reads, he can put his opponent on his back and proceed from there.
Interestingly though, as southpaw, a shorter southpaw with very good wrestling, it would be hard to find a training partner. Well, what Izzeddine James was able to do was bring in PK Zadeh into his camp, who himself is a southpaw, a little bit shorter and a fantastic wrestler. So that was a perfect made training partner for him. Doing the stalking now is Izzeddine James. Kooheji just careers forward.
Kooheji got caught twice coming in. Not the cleanest, but he got caught. Like to see him switch his attack up, maybe use those feet a little bit. First two lunges with the hands did not work.
And the first shot is going to be the most interesting, the most telling aspect of this fight.
There we go, there's the kicks. That's what I like to see some more of. Izzeddine James is now doing what Hamza Kooheji wanted to do.
Hamza Kooheji showing a little bit of evolution in his all-round game by showing that he does have powerful hands.
Hamza Kooheji, the pride of Bahrain, has powerful everything. Powerful fists, kicks, knees, elbows, mind, submissions, and wrestling.
Izzeddine James switching stances a little bit now. Now working out of that southpaw stance, very interesting. I'm sure this is something Kooheji doesn't often see. Southpaws being so rare in mixed martial arts, so having to face another southpaw could mix things up a little bit for him. Nice intelligent stance switching there from Izzeddine James.
That shifting is very impressive. He's using the shifts to get a read in his opponent, get a sense of his speed, get a sense of his timing, get a sense of what kind of defenses he's going to be able to employ. And when he thinks he understands his opponent's everything, he's going to try and knock him out.
Hamza Kooheji trying to keep his lead foot on the outside of that lead foot of Izzeddine James. Izzeddine James trying to do the same, but just mirrored. Nice crashing inside leg kick for the southpaw. You can see Izzeddine James very much trying to keep this at the jabbing range.
Brave Nation, as a southpaw, the biggest blow he's trying to land is a kick to the... That inside leg kick may well have been a little setup for it.
Nice stiff jab again from Izzeddine James, starting to loosen up a little bit. See Izzeddine there to show it to Hamza Kooheji, almost to try and knock the thought of diving in for that takedown out of his mind.
Phil, I got to say I'm impressed by Hamza Kooheji not trying to tie up his opponent, push it up against the cage, not try and take him down. He's trying to exchange with a taller man. So tall order, and he's having some luck. Nice low kick.
That was a huge leg kick from Hamza Kooheji, but then gets led up a little bit by Izzeddine James. He lands a combination on him.
Got a piece of Izzeddin's calf there, though, and that may be why Izzeddine shifted stances.
Like after every time Izzeddine throws the kick, it's almost as if Hamza is waiting to counter that kick with a takedown. Izzeddin's throwing something to keep him distracted.
Hamza largely the aggressor.
Izzeddine James trying to pop that jab down and come over the top. Nice kick again from Hamza Kooheji.
That was an attempt at that liver shot. One liver shot can end a fight, and shift, and again, calf, kick to the calf. I think when Izzeddine James shifts, you're going to see that calf kick come off almost instantly. from Hamza Kooheji.
Hamza still trying just to get a...
Huge
strike! He wobbled him! He wobbled the legs a
Rocket
little!
him!
The legs were wobbled there, 10 seconds left. Does Hamza Kooheji put the pressure on?
He's hurting him, Phil!
Does he look for that
Looking
knockout?
for the liver!
Aiden James just trying to shake off those cobwebs and has a minute to do so.
Big closing effort for
Biggest.
the pride of Bahrain!
Biggest shot of the round landed by Hamza Kooheji. Figures out that distance just at the last second.
Green Hill replay. Where what? Look at the sweat fly off their head. Spin kick could have taken him out. Gentle shift back, and there is that devastating low kick from Hamza Kooheji. Slides in behind a right hook, measuring his opponent. Boom!
That's a
Boom!
beautiful one,
Go
too.
the hands!
That's an absolutely beautiful, technical, crisp 1-2 from Hamza Kooheji. It'll be interesting to see, does he start the fight? Does he start the second round very much the same way as he finished the first round by taking the fight to Aiden James? Or does he try and act a little bit more technically?
Phil, I think he's going to stalk him in terms of distance. Wait for his moment to let loose, and then he's going to let loose.
End of the first round came at just the right time for Aiden James. Gives him the minute to shake off those cobwebs, recover a little bit.
Touch of the hands, showing good sportsmanship. Now it's back to trying to knock each other out.
Hamza Kooheji throwing a little bit more feints this time, being a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, buoyed in
There it
confidence.
is.
Trying to land that shot again. I believe that was a straight and then an overhand. Partially checked as the kick by Aiden James.
Hamza Kooheji, as I said, one of the most intelligent fighters you'll ever seen. He's now learned what works. Forward movement while being aware of the distance, straight followed by a hook. When his opponent shifts, you're going to see that calf attacked.
Nice straight down the middle there from Aiden James. Kooheji reading the distance a little bit better in this second round.
Shot landed.
Over the top comes Aiden James. And we've yet to see a takedown attempt from Hamza Kooheji, which I think is surprising everyone.
It's impressing me, Phil. It's what I expected to have happen within the first 2 minutes. But I do believe that Hamza Kooheji believes, I think he knows he can win this fight standing, so that's what he's going to do.
And now it's Hamza Kooheji leading the dance a little bit, forcing Aiden James to miss. The corner of Hamza Kooheji calling for the 1-2, calling for the double jab straight there.
Phil, Hamza Kooheji has had the most luck in this fight, moving forward explosively. We need to see just a little bit more of that, but he's a smarter man than I am. He knows more about what's going on. He's holding back just a little bit, but I know he's going to let loose soon.
Aiden James lands a nice stiff jab there. It's again, like all the fights we've had tonight, very tightly contested by premier mixed martial artists. Aiden James now landing a couple of strikes of his own.
Hamza Kooheji's corner wants him to pull the trigger. Expect it to happen momentarily.
Aiden James seems to be rediscovering his jab just a little bit. Oh, another huge shot over the top. Big left hand.
Phil, big props to Hamza Kooheji for not tying up his opponent there. When they came close, could have looked for a body lock. Didn't do it. Wants to stand and bang.
Big developments in the striking game. Again, landing heavy power shots on Aiden James.
There it is.
2 minutes left in this second round. Very much hanging in the balance. Kooheji needs to be careful of not chasing down Aiden James, just landing his strikes when he's within range. Again, this is very much turning into So more of a kickboxing bout. Koheji got a little shot there in the eye. I don't think it was an eye poke. I think it was just the knuckle of the glove landing on the eye. Very, very, very tightly contested bout here, Kirik.
It is. There's huge respect being shown by both fighters, as there should be, because either at any moment, Hamza Kooheji had his greatest luck letting the fight, just pulling on that trigger and exploding off the line. That's what he needs to do just a little bit more in the final 1 minute of this fight.
Would you advise a takedown at this stage in any for either man? The fight being so tightly contested, would a takedown change the complexity? And just as I say that, Hamza Koheji trying to dig in and get the takedown. Defended well by Izzeddine James.
A takedown absolutely would. A takedown for either fighter could well ice this round for him.
30 seconds left. Well, Hamza Koheji again attempt the takedown.
Izzeddine James trying to use that superior reach. Taking pot shots from the outside. Izzeddine faked his opponent out with a touch to the thigh. Hamza Kooheji did the same thing. Comes in now with a jumping right hook to the melon.
I think it was countered by a lead hook from Izzeddine James. But again, a real fascinating technical bout here.
Round ends. Phil, I often ask you to play judge. I'm not going to on this one because I don't want to.
No, this was an incredibly close round of mixed martial arts action, as has the first been. Both men landing shots on one another. That's still the most telling part of this fight has been that big strike landed by Hamza Koheji at the closing stanzas of the first round. Izzeddine James putting his boxing together very well in this round. But Hamza Koheji always dangerous with that heavy power left over the top. Still very much all to play for going into the third round. Now, if you're in the corner of Izzeddine James, what are you telling him right now? Because we know the game plan of Hamza Koheji and it seems to be working for him. But what if you're Chris Ray right now, what are you saying?
Distance management, stay in the outside circle, keep taking pot shots from the outside. Don't worry about getting your stance low and getting the hip shot on. Stay up high, long range shots from the outside.
Our referee, Reben Saber, just waiting until the cage doors close to commence hostilities. Corner of Izzeddine James telling him he needs the fight of his life here.
No question, Phil. We don't know what the judges have done. You never know what judges are going to do. The fight could be decided in the next 5 minutes. Both these fighters know it, and they're going to fight like the last round of their life. There we go.
Hamza Koheji trying to come over the top with that big looping shot, just a little bit shy, doesn't quite catch it. That's a huge calf kick again from Hamza Koheji.
Hamza Kooheji now pulling that trigger. Boom! He lands again.
KHK corner of Hamza Koheji calling for pressure, pressure, pressure. As we say, Izzeddine James trying to implement that lateral movement. Nice little bit of head movement to get off the center line.
Phil, Hamza Kooheji has found the style that won him the first round. Move forward aggressively and then explode off that line unexpectedly.
Izzeddine James coming in with the switch. Didn't quite get off, but at least he knows that switch is there for him.
James throwing with bad intentions too. Both these fighters want to put their other man's lights out. There's no range finding, no feeling the fighter out. They're trying to end it, both of them.
Izzeddine James movement slightly more fluid, but Hamza Koheji has that stance where he can land a power shot at any time. Nice roll under in combination from Izzeddine James. Can he string together the boxing a little bit more and land something more telling, or can Hamza Koheji come over the top with another big shot? That's a nice shot from Izzeddine James. Seems to be finding the jab a little bit more again.
What we're seeing now, Phil, is the first round morphing into the second round.
Again, this fight is so close. Koheji attempts the takedown, abandons it, realizes that he doesn't have it. Nice straight shot there from Aiden James again, and this fight is so close. All it's going to take is for one person to land a big strike, a big leg kick, a big knockdown, something that sticks out in the mind of the judges. Swing and a miss from Hamza Kooheji.
A little bit past the halfway mark. We've seen that the fighters ebb and flow. First one's ahead by a little bit, then the other is. And in on that leg.
Diving in for the underhooks is... Oh, taking the back now. Good submit, a good defense on the takedown from Aiden James. Does he try it again? Or oh, that's a stiff jab.
Excellent work from the outside by James. Excellent calf kick by Hamza Kooheji.
Both these men are starting to land with a little bit more frequency on one another. The corner of KHK are calling for the knockout from Hamza Koheji. Does he overcommit the strikes and leave himself vulnerable potentially?
He's had big luck with it, Phil. I think if he throws that southpaw 2-3, the straight left followed up by the right hook, he can put his opponent out. I think he puts himself in more danger by backing up.
Another big strike from Aiden James with the rear hand.
Boom, there he goes. Aiden James weathered the storm very adroitly.
Into the third round here, last minute of the third and final round. Can Hamza score that takedown? Change levels beautifully to get in on the takedown. Aiden James doing a good job to defend and create the distance.
Hard to take down an opponent whose hips are that high. 30 seconds to go. Hamza Kooheji's corner is exhorting him to attack and attack and attack.
Aiden James in on the takedown. Has the leg hooked. Great defense from Hamza Kooheji.
Beautiful wrestling D on both sides, and that's why we're seeing such an outstanding stand-up battle. 10 seconds.
Can either fighter land something big in the final 10 seconds? There it is. Woo! What a fantastic back and forth battle. Both these men couldn't be separated by 15 minutes of action, only to be separated by the judges. Beautiful technical work being displayed by both men. Let's take another look at some of that action. Both men trying to utilize a little bit of boxing, and jabs landed by both men, straights landed by both men. I really, and honestly, I'm not just saying this for the sake of being a contrarian or sitting on the fence. I genuinely cannot separate these two fighters. I would not want to be a judge right now, Carrick.
Phil, if you look over at my notes, I actually wrote down 10-10, and that's something I absolutely forbid in judges training. There's no two things in history that are absolutely identical. But that was one tough fight to call, and that was one terrific exchange of mixed martial arts action.
So realistically, with this fight being what we saw to be a very, very, very close fight, both men incredible martial artists, showed incredible heart and skill. Would you be comfortable if a fight like this was called a draw?
There is no such thing as a draw in mixed martial arts. I mean, they happen, they're given out, but no two things are truly equal. That said, if they call it a draw, I will absolutely be happy, because I want to see this fight again.
I was just about to say, the positive of the fight being called a draw would be that we would have to do it all over again. But again, judges' scorecards taking a little while to tabulate, which lets you know that this fight was incredibly close. And there you see what this sport is all about. There you see what this organization, Brave Combat Federation, is all about. Respect, heart.
Tabulating the numbers is one thing, Phil, but in the final analysis in combat sports, you can reduce it to who hurt who more. And by that standard, I do think Hamza, the pride of Bahrain, Kooheji, did hurt his opponent just a little bit more than he was hurt, particularly in that second round.
There was also that big shot in the closing stanzas of the first round. So Carlos Kramer stepping into the cage, which means that we have an official decision. Roaring Lion, make it official.
All right, Brave Nation, what an amazing fight between these two in a classic battle for Brave Nation to see. After 3 rounds, we go the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 29-28, Kooheji. Your next judge scores about 29-28, James. And your third judge scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Koheji!
And the crowd goes wild. Hamza Kooheji, the pride of Bahrain, is now one step closer to the World Championship.
A fantastic win, a landmark win for Hamza Koheji, and as you say, with a performance like that, he is edging his way ever closer to knocking on Stephen Loman's door. Runs now his professional record to 10-2, and a win against Aiden James. Like, if you don't know who Aiden James is, a win against him is huge. That shows you just how good Hamza Koheji is.
Brave Nation, we're getting a little recap of some of that action as the virtual fighter post-fight interview gets set up. That was one of the most telling moments of the fight. Here we see what Hamza Kooheji had his greatest success with, leaping forward, throwing straights and hooks. His opponent was absolutely capable of doing the same thing. As you can see right there, this was a beautiful back and forth bout, and I do believe that the judges got it right, but I do not think that the judge that saw it the other way was wrong. It comes down to an opinion. I think in the majority they got it dead right, and you're seeing that in this action. It is a back and forth fight. Kick denied. Hamza Kooheji flying forward, landing big shots, and we will take it up to the interview.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by a victorious Hamza Kooheji. Hamza, how are you feeling after a win, after a fight like that?
First, I want to say before answering any question, Phil, I want to thank God, alhamdulillah. I had a long year of cancelled fight, rescheduling fights, training without my team, my Russian team. They can't come to Bahrain. So we had few guys, and I would like to thank His Highness Sheikh Khalid for giving us the opportunity, my coaches, Eldar, Rodrigo, my brother, my team. How I'm feeling? I feel good, but I don't like the way I fought, you know, like there was no sparring partners in the camp. I had a long camp. It was, you know, it was a fight. It was back and forth with Aiden, but feeling good like I fought with Aiden.
I was just about to say, you say you're not happy with your performance. I was just about to say that's potentially the best I've seen you look inside the Brave cage. Your boxing has come on leaps and bounds. You weren't relying on wrestling, so give yourself a little bit of credit. You looked very good in there, Hamza.
Yeah, one thing, like, I don't know, but I need to see the fight. But, you know, I didn't work on my wrestling. Like, I didn't have any wrestling, a lot of wrestling sparring partners for this fight. So I had to strike. I had to do what I had to do. And we worked a lot on striking in this camp.
You rocked him I think it was the end of the first round. You rocked him heavily. Did you feel like from there, did that give you a little bit more confidence in your striking?
Yeah, of course. I know, like in this camp, I was rocking my sparring partners, so I knew with MMA gloves I can knock out. But in the first round, I threw a low kick. He checked it. I don't know what happened to my foot. It slowed everything from the second round and third round. I didn't fight the way I was supposed to fight.
Well, your nickname is obviously the pride of Bahrain. How much does it mean to you to get this big win in Bahrain and do it for the people of Bahrain, who I'm sure are watching right now and supporting you? Do you have a message for all of those people watching you?
Of course, man. My career is the most important thing in my life after my religion and family and friends. My country, of course. it comes very important, so I take it very serious. So it's an honor for me to be the pride of Bahrain. It's an honor for me to represent my people in the fight game. I'm really happy.
And finally, I want to ask you, this is your 4th win in a row, your 8th performance inside the Brave Arena. How far away do you think you are from knocking on the door of a title shot?
Well, I've been knocking on that door for a long time. I don't know, so I need to go back. I need to watch the fight first. I need to know if I deserve a title fight, because I don't feel like I fought the way I'm supposed to fight. And then we'll see from then on.
Well, you should be I'm very proud with your performance. We've thoroughly enjoyed it in commentary. And one last time, congratulations. We hope to see you soon, Hamza.
Thank you. I would like also to thank my opponent, Izzeddine James. He gave me a good fight. He's a tough guy. He had a 2nd loss now. I hope like this makes him stronger and we see him back soon with becoming a better and stronger fighter.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The pride of Bahrain himself, Hamza Kooheji.
Thank you.
DCF returns for an epic night of fights as the fastest growing promotion in MMA closes out the latest Combat Kingdom series in epic style. At Brave CF 65, the pride of Bahrain, Hamza Koheji, gets back to action as he takes on Colombian MMA icon Eduardo Mora in the main event. Also set for fight night is the much anticipated return of Jose Shorty Torres, as the number 5 flyweight in the world goes up in weight to welcome Arab superstar Izzeddine Derbani. Tune in to witness the best athletes from around the world in epic battles and electrifying action. Brave CF 65, live from the Khalifa Sports City Arena in the Kingdom of Bahrain.